I'm the gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You were shook on me, easy know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my, strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Thompson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And right away, he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio! Hunt!
Now Hundley. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Yeah, 52. 35. 52. 35.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
I said, 580. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Liz.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now Benjamin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Throwing, Hundley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Yellow. I said 580. 15, yeah.
After the interception, here's Smith. Finding some room in midfield. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And finally brought down at the 43. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Check that. Line 80. 52. Alert. What's the
Now Thompson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, go down. Set, 580. Yeah, 52. 35.
They run it here with Thompson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
I said, let's settle in. Come on, we're good. Hey. I said.
They'll run with Thompson, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 30!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island. Flex round! Come on, let's go! What? 90! Hut!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Everyone's got 4 down. Head.
Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, you got 3 down. Get wide, 80! Watch number 86. Watch 86. Alert flare. Hey, slot.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And that's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. A shotgun snap for Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Safety's creeping. Jam, 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 jam.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc. Freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! 56, Mike, 56. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Flex round! Flex round! Babies cry all the way back.
They'll look to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Ohio! Ohio!
On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now it's the backup Stafford. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
We got three, fellas. Set, lady. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, 51 is down. 51 is down.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On first down, it's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Smith on first down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean at it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. To the air again, Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, slot. No. Off. Liz. With Liz.
Orange.
Orange.
Again, Smith. Airing one out for Crowder. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They go play action here on first down. Completes it to Benjamin. And he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Raiders out to an early lead over the Chargers. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. Now Hundley. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Hut!
Throwing Hundley. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Just like that. Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Hey, you gotta get moving, man. Man moving. You gotta get that.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 19 in picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Come on, let's go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Benjamin's got it. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
On the run, it's Ware. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Yellow. Ready, wide, 80. 15.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw, Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Set, line, 80. Hey, slot. 51 to Mike. Liz.
From the gun, here's Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Smith finding Dodson that time for a Washington first.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Set, line, 80. Watch 80. Yeah, 52.
On 1st down, Smith. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Smith throwing again. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Redskin 1st down as Smith hits Crowder. Smith now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Everyone's got 4 down. Set, line, 80.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Smith now going to throw again. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Come on, let's go! Come on!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. After the interception, here's Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Set. 180. Double.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 51 down. 51 is down. Ready. Begin.
Throwing again. Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch 41. Watch 41. Set. 80. 4 down. Tag 53. Ready.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Over and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
82. 35. I said.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go, 15.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Robinson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17.
Right.
From the gun, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
3 down. Set, line, 80. Let's go, yellow.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
4 down, check. Middle. Hey. 1-3. Motion.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Room to run past midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now Stafford. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kelvin Benjamin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Set. Fire, DD.
Again, a run with Thompson. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 52. 35.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Redskins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Smith operating from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Stafford going to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Omaha tonight. Hey, 10-50, left 60.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
4 down, 4 down. Chip. No, right. Set.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Ready. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Go.
Now it's Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Hey, on.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
I said, all right, AD.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Yeah, that's what I do.
Here's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your... Renault Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Got something more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be out. If I see them hating, I'm dropping the top. Act like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault.